Hey guys, welcome to another Black Flag Ordnance video. Today I got a huge surprise for you guys. If you saw the short, which is you may not have, but if you did, we are going over the TTI Canik. So thankfully I was able to get my hands on this thing. I have broken it in. I love this thing. So far I've shot around 1,500 rounds through it. And honestly, perfect. I love this thing. So let's get into it. So, going over the TTI Canik, first impressions, man, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Just take a look at that bronze with that black. Man, I absolutely love this thing. Flat shooting. The best way I can describe this handgun is like a warm embrace from your grandmother, all right? Just a nice hug. It's like you're home.
I want the telephone for the pancake pie!
This thing pretty much shoots itself, and it can make any shooter look like a professional shooter. So there is a lot of debate whether or not you should get the TTI or the Rival. Personally, I went with the TTI mostly for the stuff you get inside. Sure, you do get a lot with the Rival, but I just like the burnt bronze look to it, and I figured why not try the budget TTI handgun that you can get compared to the $4,000 to $5,000 handguns you can get from them. So this is pretty affordable. I've seen them anywhere from around $900 to $1,300, just depending on what area you're in. So not necessarily the most expensive thing out there, but not the cheapest either. But you know, this thing is worth the money. It does come with a couple different back straps for it. Every control on this thing is pretty easy to use. Does come with the flared magwell, slide release. This does take down similar to like a Glock or like a SIG, but this mechanic sight is the sight that comes from Canik itself. And boy, does this thing really work. Let me try to see if I can get that on camera. It is nice, it's crisp. Overall, just the way that it is used is, it's really stupid simple to find that dot. Some red dots you have a little bit of trouble at first, but that one is pretty clean and clear. I mean, you pick it up and the dot is right there. So before we do get started, one thing I do want to mention, I have not touched the zero on this red dot. I took it straight out of the box and I shot it. So far, it's darn near close. When me and my cameraman Dave ended up shooting it for the first time, we were at what, like 50 yards, and it still shot.
Doinked every time.
Doinked every steel target we did. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with it, kind of explain a little bit. If you guys haven't seen the TTIs or don't really know much about Canik, I know they are coming up as a brand. They're about ready to release their first handgun. It's the Met. That's going to be American made. These are all Turkish guns. I was a little skeptical at first too, but after this one, I have no complaints on the Caniks. Their triggers are amazing. I mean, I would compare it to probably a single action, like a 1911 or something. I'm not lying to you guys. This trigger is amazing. The takedown, just overall even the weight and the feel of this trigger, it's amazing. It's so crisp, and I know that's what they are getting known for, is their triggers. I have heard some people complain about the TTI. I've had 1,500 rounds through it. I have not had a problem, so take that as you will. I know this is supposed to be kind of like their top dog, at least to a certain degree. But let's get a mag through this thing and really just look at how flat shooting this thing is. I'll tell you, as soon as you shoot, it comes right back on target every time. So let's get into it. Also, before we get started, I forgot to mention, so it does come with an 18 round mag and a 20 round mag, or 20 or 21. But you can see the difference here, and so cool on the bottom, they do have the TTI logo for the Canik. So these are, I wouldn't say gun specific, but it's got the TTI logo on the bottom. This was made for the TTI. So let's get into it. For this, I'm going to see what kind of grouping I can get on this paper target that we do have setting up here, just to kind of see where this does sit, since I haven't really zeroed this thing in. So let's give it a go around and see what kind of groupings I can hit. All right, so let's go take a look, because frankly, I can already tell you, it's in a decent group. Not too crazy, but being that I haven't zeroed it in, let's go see what it actually shoots. So looking at the target, I mean, all of them are darn near. They're grouping together pretty well. I know I had a couple flyers. You know, to be expected. It is kind of windy outside. I'm not saying that the wind is affecting the bullet. That's not what I'm getting at, but you know, it was affecting me. But overall, you're still getting a decent grouping. Now we're about, I'd say, still around the 15, 20-ish yards area. So, you know, I do have a little discrepancy on that. So we are shooting from a little bit of far away. I say far away, but more or less just a little farther than what you would see in some handgun ranges. So from here, let's get some steel in and try to knock these plates down. So before I do shoot the steels, there is one thing I did forget to mention, and once again, this is more of like a competition gun. So if we open up the TTI box, you do get a holster. Now I do have the holster on, which is great, but so right out the gate, you can use this for competition or, you know, anything of that kind of sort. It is the outside the waistband holster. So obviously concealed carry, that would be kind of on the, you would have to have long clothes and everything like that. But when you're looking at it from a competition standpoint, it comes with everything: back straps, optics plates, different optics plates for different footprints. This is actually a little tool. For the life of me, I thought it was just like a little replica of a Canik, but it is just a little toolkit. Open up. I don't know if you'll be able to see that because of the shadow, but there are little bits in there. So you can use those to your advantage when you're either swapping out red dots or, you know, taking the gun apart to really service it. I mean, they come with everything, and that was something to me, it just blew my mind. One thing I did forget to mention as well, the TTI does come with a compensator straight out the gate. So I believe the rivals do not, but this one does, and it does help, let me tell you. You can see those gases already just starting to expel right out the top. I do clean it. The Cerakote does clean up very well. So when I'm done shooting this thing and I take it home, all that carbon just goes away. You don't even see it once you're cleaning it. So it is nice to know that the Cerakote does hold up under firing and, you know, range time, unholstering, holstering, everything like that. So it is nice to see that the Cerakote is holding up to that. So good job, Canik. From here, let's try some steel. Woo. Oh no, I didn't seat the mag in all the way. So let's just try some steel. Really try to get for that target acquisition, because I'm telling you right now, the target acquisition and just how flat shooting this thing is, it's awesome. So let's just shoot some steel, and I'll kind of walk you through how I feel. Fast. I know I did miss a couple, but hey, let me tell you what. Target acquisition is amazing. That thing, you just come right back on target, and where that red dot is, you shoot, and it's perfect. Once again, I tried to read online if Canik does sight in their red dots from the factory. I couldn't really get a definite answer. So maybe I got lucky. I might have to tweak it a little bit, but I mean, as you just saw, that's pretty spot on for 20 yards. I mean, a lot of your competitions, you're not really going to be shooting that far. You know, I think the most you might see is, I mean, I've done it in the past, but maybe 25-ish, if that. I could be wrong. Could also depend on your range. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But straight out the gate, I didn't even have to adjust it. It just went. One thing I did want to mention, when we first shot this handgun, there was a little bit of a feeding issue with the bullets. It looked like there was a little bit of Cerakote or something built up on the barrel. And as you can see, maybe, I don't know if you can see with the lighting, but there was a little bit of an area where the bullets were hitting the feeding ramp to the barrel. So from there, it did jam up the gun a little bit, but after, I don't know, a couple hundred rounds.
It was like 500 rounds.
Yeah, after about 400 or 500 rounds, it smoothed it out itself. I didn't have that issue anymore. Could have been just mine, of course. But overall, the quality that I'm seeing with this handgun is phenomenal. The feeding ramp issue, it kind of solved itself. I just kept shooting it and monitoring the feed ramp on the barrel. After that, everything was fine. So, you know, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let me know in the comments if you guys ended up having similar issues with it. I am curious. This is my first Canik that I have ended up filming and owned. So I don't know much when it comes to other Caniks, but when it came to the TTI, that's the one I wanted because I'm thinking about getting back into competition shooting. So, you know, it was just interesting to me that it looked like the Cerakote kind of built up and was causing the gun to not actually slide forward all the way and causing a little bit of an issue in the beginning. Once I shot it, it ended up going away, but just keep that in mind. Let me know in the comments whether or not you guys have had this issue, because I want to know if this is a common thing or maybe it was just my gun. Anyways, so going back to how flat shooting it is, I will tell you, target acquisition, it is on point every time. Even so that from here, Dave, I want you to shoot this thing. I have an 18-round mag for you. I want to see how you do with it too.
This guy. Oh,
This guy.
boy. This gun just feels amazing, bro. Like, honestly, from the aggressiveness of the grip to just like the thumb placement right here, everything about this gun just feels so good. Like, and I got slightly bigger than normal hands, and like this fits like a glove, especially with the guard at the bottom. Yep, loads nice and easy. And then, like you said, that red dot, on point. Something there, right? So honestly, with this gun, I mean, I don't really have any negative besides just like the chambering the bullets and everything like that. When we first started shooting it, that was about the only issue. And then after about 500 rounds, that wasn't a problem anymore. Red dot spot on. I apologize if you just saw my display. That was not great, but hey, it is what it is. I'm just a normal dude. And then like everything it comes with, like everything about this gun, it just makes me want to buy it. I don't have the money for it, but eventually I'm definitely getting one of these because it's just, it feels too good. This is the perfect gun to just take to the range, have a good time. Whatever you aim at, you're gonna hit. Even if you're a bad shooter, you're still gonna have a good time with this gun. Like, it's just fun, honestly.
Alrighty, so going back to the Canik, thank you, Dave, for demonstrating how easy it is to shoot this Canik. But one thing that is interesting is how light this is. It is a full-size handgun. Don't get me wrong. It is pretty big. It's not a compact, nothing like that. Now, how light this is, I can only compare it. Man, it's super light. It's balanced. Don't get me wrong, but it's light. Now, I do have an interesting firearm here as well, and it is the CZ Shadow 2 Compact. Now, the CZ Shadow 2s, as you guys know, they're very popular in the competition world when it comes to like competitive shooting, fast shooting, everything of that. And I will say this is a beautiful handgun, and if you guys wait in the following weeks, we'll probably have a video on this one as well. Now, I will say that when it comes to the weight of it, They're similar, if not the CZ does have a little bit more weight to it. I'll say this has a little bit more weight, and this is the compact version. So the full size, I imagine, would probably weigh a little bit more. But when you're getting into the Canik and you realize how light this thing is, with the compensator, with the red dot, everything, it's mind-blowing. One thing I did find cool as well is the TTI does have the fluted barrel. So if you do want to look at that, honestly, aesthetically, I love it. I think it fits the gun. But the performance, it's just there. If you guys are looking into getting into competition shooting, or even if you just want like a really cool handgun, like a showpiece, I would say look at the Canik. It is a TTI. You know, take that for what it will be. But what you're getting in this, I fully approve. And hopefully in the future, if I do get back into competition shooting, I'll use that, and hopefully I can film that for you guys as well, just to see how I'm doing in the competition world, and you know, just overall with the handgun. Now, obviously, as you guys know, they use a lot of TTI firearms in the John Wick movies. This, I could have sworn it was, but it wasn't. So other than that, though, this was, you can tell, very inspired by the John Wick movies, just the aggressiveness of it, everything like that. But, you know, if you really want to feel cool and you want to feel like John Wick and you don't want to break the bank with a $5,000, $7,000 handgun, take a look at one of these. I fully approve. I have not had any issues whatsoever. From here, I am going to just plink around a little bit more, really get a good look at this handgun, because, man, I'm telling you, if you don't have one and you're looking at one, get it. I don't think you'll regret it all, guys. So let's shoot some more steel. Really look at that target acquisition again, man. This thing is really just missed that last shot, but guys, if you're thinking about it, get one. I don't think you're gonna regret it. So anyways, from that, guys, I hope you liked the video. Please comment, like, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And thank you guys for your patience as well. Like I said in the other video, we are switching up the schedule. So we're going to be posting every 2 weeks, not every week, just to get you guys the content that you deserve. And, you know, it's up to par on quality. So other than that, guys, thanks again. Bye.
Of course, I go and you fucking put me on the spot for a video and then miss. I'm like,
Gotta take your time.
what the fuck's going on? Oh, man. All right.